Good morning, students. Welcome back to the computer science class. After 1 week gap, we are again going in studies. Okay. In last class, Python program in our syllabus, we completed unit 2, that is core Python, Python variables and operators, control structures, then Python functions, then strings and string manipulations. In unit 3, we are going the chapter list, tuple, sets and dictionary. Unit 3, this lesson is very easier one. In this C++, we already studied the topic arrays. What is array? Group of variables or group of values, a set of or range of values, of same type. But here, list, tuple, sets and dictionaries, instead of arrays, in Python we are using. This is the most advanced array used in Python. In C++, list of values must be same type. That group of values or range of values must be same type. Here it may be anyone. So straight away we are going to the chapter list, tuple, sets and dictionary. Okay. What is list? In Python programming language, it has 4 collection of data types such as list, tuples, sets and dictionaries. A list in Python is known as sequence data type like strings. Sequence data type like strings. It is very important. Why strings? I will tell later. Sequence data type. So this is, we already studied it C++ as arrays. One-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, then multi-dimensional array. Instead of that, here we are using list, sets, dictionary, tuples. Okay. So list is nothing but a sequence data type like strings. This is the first point. It is an ordered collection of values enclosed within square bracket. This is the second one. This is the main definition. List is an ordered collection of values enclosed within square brackets. Each value of list is called as element. Each and every value in the square bracket, inside the square bracket, is known as element. It can be any type such as numbers, characters, strings, even the nested list as well. So what is nested list we will deal in later. So the element may be a list also. List element also may be a list. It is possible. We will deal in later. Okay. The elements can be modified or mutable, which means the elements can be replaced, added and removed. So here we are going list. In tuples, there is the major difference is list can be mutable. Tuples cannot be mutable. That is the major difference. Here in list, the elements are enclosed in square brackets. In tuples, the elements are enclosed in parentheses, ordinary brackets, open and close brackets. Okay. So what is list? List is a collection of values enclosed within square brackets separated by comma. Each element may be numbers, characters, strings, even a nested list as well. The elements can be modified or mutable. That means that can be replaced or changed or added or removed. Every element rests at some position in the list. The position of element is indexed by numbers beginning with 0, which is used to locate and access a particular element, like a string characters. In string we already completed. In strings, each and every character has a positional value. The positional value is given as a positive or negative. Okay. The positional value is known as index value. Here also the same. The element position is also known as index value. Element means each and every value's position. So here also it is indexed with positive and negative. Positive is start from 0, beginning with 0, which is used to locate X a particular element. Thus, lists are similar to arrays, what you learn in 11th. So here it is given. Lists are similar to arrays, what you learn in 11th standard. So in 11th standard, those who are studied well in arrays, you can easily understand. Otherwise, it is not a problem, but it looks like an arrays. Arrays means group of values, set of values, range of values, collection of values. Here it must be enclosed within square bracket. In arrays, it is enclosed within set brackets. Okay. Then create list in Python. How to create list in Python? In Python, list is simply created by using square bracket. The elements of list should be specified within square brackets. The following syntax explain the creation of list. எப்படி லிஸ்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணுறது, ஹவு டு கிரியேட் அ லிஸ்ட் அப்படின்னா ஒன்றும் இல்லை. இப்போ நாம் நார்மலாக ஒரு வேரியபிள் எப்படி கிரியேட் பண்ணுறோம், வேரியபிள் ஈக்குவல் டு வேல்யூ, லிஸ்ட் ஈக்குவல் டு லிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் எலமெண்ட்ஸ். List of elements must be enclosed within square brackets and each element is separated by comma operator. Okay. So this is the syntax. Variable equal to not a single value, list of values separated by comma operator. So the list of values contains many values. Each value must be separated by comma operator and enclosed within square bracket. That's all. So here you can see this is an example. Marks is equal to 10, 23, 41, 75. This is enclosed within square bracket. So here how many values are there? 4 values. So marks is an object, not a single variable. It is a list variable, list object. Tell us list object, not variable. In Python, all are referred as object, not variables. Okay. So marks object consists of totally 4 values. That means 4 elements. First element value is 10, 23, 41, 75. So all are numeric values, numeric elements. So indexed by 0, 1, 2, 3 in a positive way. In negative way, -1, -2, -3 and -4, like a string characters. Same, each element's position is indexed, so that is known as index value or positional value. Then fruits is another list object. This consists of strings. So totally how many elements in this? The same, 4 elements. Fruits of 0 is equal to apple. Fruits of 1 is equal to orange. Fruits of 2 is equal to mango. Fruits of 3 is equal to banana. Then my list is another list. It is an empty list which has nothing. No elements inside the square bracket is there. So it is called as an empty list. We can create empty list also. Whenever we need, we can add element because lists are mutable. We already seen lists are mutable. We can add or remove elements or replace elements at any time because lists are mutable. Okay. So in the above example, the list marks has 4 integer elements. Second list fruits has 4 string elements. Third is an empty list. The elements of list need not to be homogeneous type of data. The following list contains multiple type elements. So in C, C++, arrays must be likewise the same because the list of elements must be same type. So here it need not to be a homogeneous type. Homogeneous means identical type. That means same type. So my list here is another example which consists of 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. In this 4 elements, first element is a string, second element is a number of float type, third element is integer type, then fourth element is a nested list. So in the above example, my list contains another list as an element. This type of list is known as nested list. So nested list is a list which is nested within another list as an element. So the innermost list is called nested list. That is the element of the outer list. That is the element of the outer list, my list. So my list has 4 elements, one string, one float number type, one integer number type, then one nested list. So nested list is a list containing another list in an element, is as an element. This is the main definition of the nested list. This is an example. So my list of 4 is 2, 4, 6. Or my list of -1 is 2, 4, 6. So how to access listing elements? Python assigns automatic index value for each element of list begins with 0 like as a string character. I already told, again I repeat the same. Python assigns an automatic index value. So let us see this example 10, 23, 41, 75. Here the index, positive index and negative index are given. So marks consist of the lists of the elements 10, 23, 41 and 75. So 4 values. So positive index is from 0, 1, 2, 3. That means 0 to minus 0 to n minus 1. Negative index value starts from minus n to minus 1. Minus n to minus 1. You must be clear this. Okay. Positive value of the index counts from the beginning of the list. Negative value means counting the backward from the end of the list. That is in reverse order, which is already we seen in strings. Okay. To access an element from a list, write the name of the list followed by the index of the element enclosed within square bracket. This is also like a strings. To access a particular character in a string, we use string name. Within square bracket, we use the index value. Likewise, we can access the particular element by using index value. List name plus nearby itself, square bracket, then give the index value. So this is the syntax to access it. So list variable is equal to list of elements. Then print just list name displays all the elements. List name plus index value displays one particular element only. One particular element only. Okay. So how to access this? In this example we can see this. Okay. Marks of 10, 23, 40 and 75 is a list. So print marks of 0 displays only the particular element, the index position element of 0. That means the first element will be displayed. So 10 only displayed. In the above example, print command prints the 10 as output as the index of 10 is 0. Then marks of -1. -1 displays the last index position. Okay. Then note, a negative index can be to access the elements in reverse order. Accessing all elements of a list. How to access all elements of a list? Accessing using elements for using for loop or while loop. So we can see in Python coding, I will start the Python programming shell. Okay. File, new file, then we can take the same thing. Print marks of 0. M must be capital 1 because the object name M is a capital 1. Okay. So I save this. list. Then F5. What will it will display? It will display 10 only. So the marks of 0 instead of this one, marks of -1, what it will display? I saw this as minus 75. Print just marks means what will happen? Just name only. What will happen? The entire list will be displayed with square bracket also. How you will give the value? The list will be displayed as a list. Okay. Suppose if it consists of a sublist means, for example, one more sublist is inside this one. 11, 22, 33, or one string. One string it may consist of means. So what is this? Of -1. So we can obtain this sublist, nested list as an element of this the list marks. Okay. Okay, marks of -1 displays entire sublist. Otherwise, just name of this displays what it will display, the entire list along with this nested list. Okay. Then next one, how to access elements of a list. How to access elements of a list. How to access? By using while loop or for loop. For loop is better one, but while loop or for loop we can use and access it. This only we can see now. Other things we can see tomorrow. Okay. Accessing elements. How to access this? For example, in this, by using while loop, how to display this? Index variable I is equal to 0. So 0 is less than 4, true. So when this becomes false, 4 is less than 4, false. Or 5 is less than 4, false. So 4, if I becomes 4, the loop will be terminated. 4 or more. So it will be increased by 1 in each iteration. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So 4 times this loop will be executed. Print marks of I. Marks of I means for the first iteration, I value is referred as 0. So marks of 0 will display 10, 23, then 41, 75. So the same thing I can explain. Okay. The loop statements must be indented. One tab space. This is important. So what will it display? I save this, then execute this. The same 10, 23, 41, 75. So instead of this index value 0, if I put -1, then here also I is equal to I plus -1. What will happen? I is equal to -1, I plus -1. I is the loop condition must be, the scalar type must be inversed because we are accessing index value. So it is greater than or equal to, because -n to -1. So greater or equal to -4. That's all. So now if you display means, what will be the result? 75, 41, 23, 10. So the elements are displayed in reverse order. List elements displayed in reverse order. Here forwarded order. The same while loop. Instead of this, we can use this is the explanation table for each iteration. For each cycle, what will happen? Explained here, detail, I value, condition, then print this statement will be executed, then the statement will be executed. Again, the next iteration, go for next iteration, I value becomes, then condition. So positive for the positive reference and negative reference. Both are given. Okay. Reverse indexing. Okay. Accessing elements for loop. then list length. These are the things we will see tomorrow. So here what are the things we completed means what is list, okay, how to create list, okay, then how to access list elements, then what is nested list, okay, then accessing elements by using while loop as a positive index or negative index. We can explain this with examples. This is the 5-mark question. Explain accessing the list elements, all the list elements. You can explain by using while loop or for loop. For loop we deal on tomorrow. Okay, thank you students. We will meet tomorrow. Next class, I think so, next week you have a test from the unit 2. So prepare the unit 2 very well. All the units are interlinked with another one. So the previous units continuation followed in the following units. So you must complete everything. Okay. Thank you students. We will meet tomorrow. Bye.